Hi guys, this is Allison from Club Pilates, Valrico and Lakeland. I'm so glad to be with you again here today. So for today's workout, we're going to do something similar to like our control class that we have at the studio. So in place of our gliders, you're going to grab a towel, or you can even grab some socks that don't have the grips on them, something that can help you slide against the floor. If you're grabbing a small towel, let it be like a rag. We're going to be as if you're going to polish the floor or furniture with it, something that you don't mind maybe getting a little dirty. We're going to use that later throughout the class, so just have that right at your side. You just need one. Okay, today we're going to start building a little heat here. Starting with those feet in parallel and just starting to take a little bend, those legs bend, walk it into that ball of the foot, starting to get that mobility through the metatarsals and toes. That juiciness of the knees, that dropping down that heel, connecting. And then as you start to find that rhythm of the movement, you're going to pick up the pace a little bit. You're going to build that if you can, letting those feet come off the floor. I'm still keeping a soft bend in my knees here, a little light jog. Now as we build this, you're welcome just to stay back at that change and change. Keep it small if you need, but if you can, you're building it with those legs lifting, starting to lift those knees a little higher, and starting to pick up that pace. Starting to find that breath with the movement. We're building heat. We're starting to build that energy. We want those arms draw into the motion. So those arms are going to take a little scoop on down, reaching their way on up. And slow down. Keep that energy reaching out of the palms down. Keep those knees lifting higher. Keep that nice pace. Keep it breathing. Reach. And down. One more set. Arms reach up. And down. Let those legs come back into that change, 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 and gently slowing down that pace to come to our standing. Those feet are going to step out wide. We're reaching those arms out to the side. We're going with a twist in 3, starting to the right. We're going exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. 2, 3. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, one more, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale those arms to the center. Take a little side twist and reach across those toes. Come back on up. Inhale, exhale, twist and reach. Saw motion here. Twist and reach. Twist and reach. Opposite toes. Inhale, exhale. One more each side. Coming back to the center, taking a side bend over. Inhale up. Exhale. Lengthen that side line. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale. Making space between that rib cage and the pelvis. Last one. And coming back on up, gather those legs together, standing towards the back of your mat. We're going to inhale those arms on up. And we're going to exhale, dripping that spine over. Curling it down, arms heavy, long. Soften those knees if you need to. Let those hands find the mat. Walk it on out. To our downward dog. Find that downward dog. Feet are about hip distance apart. And we're just taking our prance here. Opposite heel drops down. Find that length, that calf length, Achilles length. Exchanging that weight right to left. Notice those shoulders, plug those shoulders in into the back. Long neck. Notice that pelvis, try to lift those sits bones up to the sky, starting to open into that hamstring length. One more. Rising high onto both balls of feet, let those heels drop down. Inhale, exhale those knees to a little hover. You're going to shift that weight forward. Shoulders coming right over the wrist. Hover those knees. Up and in with that abdominal support. We hold. And breathe. One more. Send those heels down, pelvis up into our downward dog. Again, prance. Lengthen that calf line, heel drops. One more each side. Both feet rise up high on the balls of feet, both heels drop down. Sits bones high. Inhale and exhale, shift that weight forward, those knees to our hover. Elbows right over wrist. Shoulder blades wide in the back, long neck emerging. Up and in with that abdominal support, we hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let those knees come down, unfurl the toes, sit it back for a moment, get that length of that spine. Let those hands walk their way up the mat, let those shoulders come up towards the earlobes, getting that nice lat length. Nice deep inhale, and then crawl those fingers back, settle those shoulders back into the back. Shift that weight forward again onto all fours. This time the knees stay down. We're feeling that length of support as if our back was its own table there. That nice neutral spine. Shoulder blades wide on the back. Neck nice and in our length. You're going to send that right leg back on the ball of the foot. Feeling that maintaining of that evenness of that sacrum, that pelvis. We're going to let that leg come to a hover right to hip height. And we're going to bend that knee, flex the foot so that heel's looking right up to the ceiling here. Take a little squeeze, tap up. I'm squeezing my glute. I'm keeping really parallel with this leg here. Not letting it migrate out to the side. Really pull that knee in towards that midline. Tap that heel up. Maintain that shoulder connection throughout. Maintain that abdominal support throughout. Good. Pause the leg if you can here and take a little opposition. See if you can take that opposite arm, reaching it forward. If not, just keep that hand planted. Keep those arms secure. But if you can, plug both shoulders into the back. Little balance challenge here. So now we're adding the movement again. We're tapping that heel on up. Up. Squeezing that thigh in towards that midline. Heel tapping right up to that ceiling. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg on out. Bring the hand and knee on in together. Exchanging sides. Checking to that shoulder girdle. Strong to that shoulder girdle. Send that left leg back. Find the ball of the foot. Bend that knee. Heel shining right up to the ceiling there. Tap that heel on up. Squeeze that thigh to midline. Drawing up and in with that abdominal support. Wide with those shoulders onto the back. Squeeze that glute. Squeeze. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Pause that leg. Add that balance challenge if you can. Opposite arm reaching forward. So right arm forward. Plug both shoulders into the back. Shoulders wide. And if you can, you're adding that heel tap. Add that movement. Keep that stability. Tap. Squeeze. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg on out. Find that length. Hand and knee come on down. Let those knees come down. Little child's pose, rest, length on back. Heavy head, shake that head on out. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Reset yourself on up. So from here, we're going to go into a little tricep push-up work. So find your modified version. You can find a lot of work here just in all fours. So we're trying to bring those elbows very narrow there. That bend so that point to the elbow shining right back. Bring my chest just right in between my hands here. So here is one version. I'm keeping those shoulders plugged, elbows shining right back. If you need a little more work out of it, you can walk that pelvis forward. So we're in our modified plank here. And if you are ready to really rock it out, you're welcome just to go ahead and find that plank position and do your full version. I'm going to do modified version number 2 here, bring my pelvis forward. Here's my length, here's my shoulder girdle. And those elbows pointing right back. Elbows should brush the rib cage, lengthen it up. 5, 6, I'm gonna do 2 more, 7, 8, feeling that warmth for those arms. Sit it on back to the child's pose, stretch on back. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Let that come forward. Find your version again. One more set. We have 8. Elbows narrow. Shoulders wide in the back. And that's about my 8 there. Send that pelvis back. Sit it back. Find that length. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Come back to that all fours position. Again, those hands right underneath the shoulders. Adding a little spinal twist here. So you're going to take that right arm. You're going to thread it under. You're going to let that twist down. You can even let that shoulder come meet the mat. Send that tailbone high to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Unwind yourself there. Right hand places down, left hand releases. Thread it under and through. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. And let those hands come to place. Come up to seated. We're going to switch it around here. So now my feet are coming towards the front of the mat. I'm giving that length for a little space for the pelvis here. I'm sitting tall on top of those sits bones. Here's my tall upright spine. I'm going to let those hands come around. And then we're going to have an interlace right behind the neck here, tucking those thumbs in. So I'm letting my hands give a little traction in the length of that spine, reminding that nice, tall, upright, and neutral. Now as my hands come here, notice that we don't swing those ribs forward at all. You're still in that collected, nice, upright length. We're going to keep that. Going back into our hinge spine, so we're in a nice, tall inhale, and on that exhale, we're going to keep this length of the spine as if we had a metal rod supporting this length, and we're going to let that come, lengthening on back. Right behind those sits bones in that length. And bring that taller up. Inhale, we're letting that exhale breath draw in that core support. All sides in. And let that come back on up. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, hinge that length on back. Hold it back. And let that come on up. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, hinge that length on back. Hold it back. And let that come on up. Keep that tall upright spine. Extend those legs on out for a moment, giving a little release for those hip flexors. Inhale and then exhale, letting that twist to the right. Inhale through the center. Exhale, twisting left. Inhale through center. Exhale to twist. Inhaling center. And exhale and twist. Inhaling center. Let those legs take that slight bend again. Tall in the sits bones. We're going to add that twist into our hinge. So starting the same. Nice deep inhale on our upright spine. Exhale, we're letting that hinge back in that length. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, let that twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it left. Inhale, center. Bring that length all the way up. Sitting tall. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge that length on back. Inhale. Exhale, rotate left to start. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Center. Bring that length all the way up. Release those hands for a moment. Extend those legs on out. Little spine stretch forward. Inhale in our upright. Exhale, round that curl. C curve moment. Inhale. Exhale, scoop. Stack. Length up. Inhale, exhale, round that curl. C curve. Inhale. And exhale. Stack that length all the way on up. So from our extended legs here, we're going to start the same, and we're going to let it grow back into a roll back. So starting with that hinge, and then we're going to let that back lengthen to our roll back. So the hands are going to start, interlace behind the head, and they're going to change about midway. So Watch me as we go. So we're sitting tall, loose and bones. Nice deep inhale. Here's our upright spine. On that exhale, we're hinging that length on back. I'm keeping my lengthened legs this time. That energy is reaching out those legs, out the heels. Here's my hinge length. I hold. Inhale, that exhale, that pelvis is going to initiate. It's going to scoop into that curl. My rib cage moves back. Right back here as those ribs are touching down. I'm going to release those arms, reaching forward, and then touch that spine down. Arms are reaching up. On that inhale, those arms are going to extend back. On the exhale, I'm going to follow those arms with a nod and curl. I'm going into my roll-up here. Now, if you feel like you can't do this successfully, you're going to use a modified version. Grab onto the back of the thighs to pull yourself on up and over. And then stack that length on up. Arms come back to that interlace. Inhale, exhale. That hinge on back. Hinge and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. I start that curl. Pelvis, ribs, release, arms release, and I come all the way down, arms finish, reaching up to the ceiling. And on my next inhale, those arms extend back. Exhale, those arms forward, nod and curl. If you can, you're doing it without that hold on to the back of the thighs. You're reaching, rounding, curling up and over. Stack that spine entire length. Arms, take the back of the neck. Inhale, tall. Exhale, keep that length. Exhale, hinge it back. We hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pelvis initiates. Curl, ribs, follow. Curl, arms release. Rounded all the way down. Inhale those arms back. Exhale those arms forward. Round and curl it on over. And lengthening on up. I'm going to do one more version. This is our full neck pull version. Now again, if this one doesn't work for you as you try it, then you're going to go back to the roll-up, whatever version worked for you. So starting the same we did before, those hands interlace. We're in our tall upright spine. Inhale, on that exhale, we're hinging that length on back and we're holding. 4, 3, 2, and 1. My pelvis initiates, curling, ribs follow, and lengthen down. This time I'm keeping my hands behind the neck here as I come all the way on down. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, I'm trying to curl, keeping my hands where they are here. Those elbows take a little reach. I'm rounding and curling without that use of the arms. They stay behind the neck, rounding on over. And lengthening it up. Now this one is not easy, so try it, but then if it doesn't work, you can go back to one of the versions we did before. We're using those arms if you need to. Inhale. On that exhale, one more time. Exhale that length on back. It's one to practice and try to get stronger at each time. Here's our hold. Pelvis initiates. Curl, ribs follow. Lengthen all the way down if you can. Those hands are staying behind the neck. Inhale, on that exhale, round that curl. On over, 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 over. Neck, pull it over, and lengthen that spine, tall. And let those arms release. Arms reach forward. We're rounding that curl and back. This is just going to bring us down, back onto the mat. Hands come planted. Drag those feet on in. We're going to come finding our bridge position here. So those heels are right in line with the sits bones. Those arms are going to come planted to either side. Spiral that collarbone open so you feel that upper arm connection into the mat. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, we're going to take our hinge spine. So that spine in one motion, that lever motion, lifting those hips on up to the sky. Inner thighs connecting in towards midline. Feel that connection into that big toe line. Outer thighs connecting into that pinky toe line. Glutes connecting on in and up. Find that length, that front of the hip line. As we're here, we take a little lift and lower of our heels. And lift and lower. High to the ball of the foot and lower. And lift. Maintain that pelvic height. Lift and lower. And 2, and lower, and a 1, and a lower. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, crease those hips. Spine moves down in one unit, coming all the way on down. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, press down, lift that pelvis on up. Here's our bridge. Good. Marching it here. See if you can take that right leg off. Place it down. And left. Maintain that pelvic height. And right. And place it down. And left, and place it down. Right to stay. With that left supporting leg, lift and lower that heel. Last two. Last one. Place that right leg down. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, release that spine to pelvis all the way down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lever to come on up. Starting with that march with the left leg. Left leg to tabletop. Place it down. And right. And place. And left. And place. And right. And place left leg to stay in tabletop. Right leg, lift and lower that heel. 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8, and place that left leg down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale that pelvis all the way down. Hug those knees on in. Get this little knee circle, mobility into the hip socket, going outward. Reverse that, coming inwards. Gather those legs side by side, stirring them to the right. More of a massage for that back of the sacrum. And reversing that, going to the left. Grabbing on behind the knees, on those thighs, extend that leg, little hamstring length on up. Bending on in. Hamstring length to open. And letting that bend on in. Letting that left leg come to place on down. We're going to keep that right leg on up. We're going to extend that right leg on up. Opening that hamstring line with a flex. Notice that pelvis, know where that feel of that pelvis is. Find your neutral pelvis here. That's going to get that upper hamstring length. So find where that leg needs to be in order to connect that pelvis. And then with our lengthened leg here, we're just rotating out and in. Turn it out all the way in. We're getting that mobility in the hip socket. I like to place my hands on the pelvis here, so I'm just noticing that my pelvis is staying stable and that femur bone is finding the mobility in the hip socket. It's not about the pelvis dancing or moving around, but about that mobility in the hip socket. One more. Turn it out, point that toe. So here is our leg circle here. I'm going to plant my arms down to either side. I'm going to start it with my leg bent here. You can either keep it here or you can extend that leg about halfway as we go. This leg is helping to maintain a little bit of stability. So as I extend the leg, it is a little bit more challenging. So maybe try both. So you're going to go out, around, across, and center. Out, around. It's like we're tracing a circle with those toes up to the ceiling there. I'm starting that mobility of my legs small so that I'm keeping that stability of my pelvis. Reverse it. Across, down, around, and up. Across, down, around, and up. One more. Now let's do a little round two here. Pause the leg. Extend that leg if you want to. Flex that foot so you feel that back of the calf and heel, keep that connection. So we're going out, around, across, and up. Exhale that leg away, inhale and center. And then reverse. And let that pause. I'm going to bend this knee. I'm going to grab with my opposite hand for this knee. I'm going to take a little spinal rotation, hip stretch here. My opposite arm, I'm going to open it out to the side and I'm looking towards it. Twisting open. Nice deep inhale as I'm there. Hearing a little bit of snap, crackle, and pop myself. Nice release. And let that come back through center. Place that right leg down. Drag that left leg on in and up. So we're going to start with that flex, opening into that hamstring length. Notice that pelvis in our neutral. Flex those toes back so you feel that nice tautness into the stretch of that hamstring. Get that mobility in the hip socket. Starting with my hands just resting on the pelvis there, just noticing pelvis is stable. Mobility in the hip socket. All the way out, all the way in. One more set. Rotate it out. I'm pointing the foot here. I'm starting with my leg circle and let my hands plant down to either side. Out, around, across, and up. Out, around, across, and up. Starting it small. And as I feel that stability, playing with the range. Reverse. Across, down, around, and up. Exhale and inhale. To a pause. Extend that right leg on out. Flex that foot. Ground that back of the leg. Here we go. First direction. Out, around, across, and up. Exhale. Inhale. Reverse. Cross, down, around, and center. And let that pause. Back to parallel. Bend the knee. Opposite hand takes that knee. I'm going to guide it over into my rotation. I'll let my opposite arm, I'm looking towards it, reach open. So I'm getting a little pec length, as well as that spinal rotation, as well as that hip stretch. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, settle. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, settle. And slowly let that come its way on back. Let that foot place down. Drag that right leg on in. We're gonna let our right leg come to tabletop. And we're gonna let our left leg come to join. So nice deep inhale on that exhale. Feel that neutral spine and pelvis. Draw that connection to that support. Taking a single leg stretch, we're gonna start with our right leg reaching on out. If you can, you're gonna add that curl. If not, you're keeping that back of the head and arms down. Yeah, if any neck issues, keep that head down. If not, add that curl here. Take a little inhale. One hand's at the knee, one hand's at the ankle. Trying to deepen that curl. Keep the legs going, but see if you can change those arms to our crisscross. Four, three, two, one. Bend those knees on in. Let that head come down for a moment. Next, we're going to go into our scissors. So send that right leg on up. You're going to grab onto that ankle. Left leg is going to reach on out. If you can, you add in that curl. We have a little pulse, pulse. We're going to go into that crisscross with the scissor legs if you can. Keep the leg length. Keep that length. Four, three, two, one. Bend those knees on in. Let that upper body come on down. Take a little rest. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Not quite done here yet. Keep that energy up. Almost there. Legs to tabletop. Arms are going to energize their reach on up. Going into our coordination. Nice deep inhale. Arms are going to press down. Adding the curl if you can. With those legs extend on out. Legs take a little open close. Knees bend in. Arm and head release. Inhale, exhale. We curl, legs extend. Open close. Knees bend in. Arm and head release. Inhale, exhale. Legs extend. Open close. Knees bend in. And let that release. Inhale, exhale. Legs extend. Open close. Knees bend in. Arms release. Inhale, exhale, legs extend, open, close, knees bend in, keep that bend, keep that curl, double leg stretch, reach, and circle, inhale, exhale, this is the home run, inhale, exhale, almost there, and inhale, and exhale, two more, and inhale, and exhale, last one, and inhale, and exhale, let that upper body come down, let those legs come on down, rotate their way. Nice deep inhale and exhale, let that release, relax. Good. Okay, rolling over to our side, come on up. We're gonna do a little standing to come up next. You're gonna grab that towel of yours, clearing that space, moving your mat out of the way, and hopefully having a little bit of space, either tile or wood floor is perfect. To do this on. Okay, so just starting with one leg. On this, I'm going to show you the side version first. I'm starting with my right ball of the foot in the center, just that ball of the foot. Feet are in parallel. I'm just starting, hands on the hips, just straight forward. My leg that's gliding is straight to start. Standing leg, that knee is bending. I'm sitting like straight forward, straight back. Then I'm going to stay out on this next one, staying low. I'm still up and down with that spine. I'm just going bend to extend of this slider leg. I'm focusing that standing leg, knee right in line with the toes. Last 2. And 1. Coming up to upright. Outer leg, straight to start. Just gliding it straight out, straight back in. I'm going straight down with that spine, straight up. Parallel to open, squeeze it in. Get a little inner thigh feeling. Those legs are magnetizing that squeeze on end. Get a little extra inner thigh work. Good. Then I stay low down, still upright that spine. In and out. Quick. Four, 3, 2, 1. So now I'm going to connect that front and side. Little rond de jambe, little front to side. Goes front, side, pull it in. Front, side, pull it in. So any floors you need polishing, get 2 things done at once. Work it out and polish those floors. Reverse it. It goes side, front, and in. Good, last one. Good. Let's change sides. You're starting to feel that burn on that side. So we're changing sides, starting to the front. That straight leg, front and gather. Straight front, starting to track that standing knee. Spine is going straight down, straight up. This next one, we're going to stay low into those legs, and it's an in and out. Stay low in that standing leg. Tall that spine, supporting up and into those abdominals. Four, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, we let it open out to the side. Gather it in, squeeze it in. Open, squeeze in. Stay low and out and in. Skater. Good, then we get to take it to our rond de jambes, our circles, front to side and in. Front, side and in. And reverse, side to front. Circling out. And in. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good, good. We're going back to our first side. So that right elbow foot. I'm going to show you the side version of this. So we're letting that now go to the back. So letting that go back and pull in. Straight back and pull in. This time I'm going to pitch my spine a little forward. I'm keeping that length of the spine, but I'm letting that hinge of the hip. This next one, I'm staying low into that standing leg, skater in and out. And now we go into our back side and in. And this has a little change of the pelvis. I go back, release that pelvis back, and I come back to upright and in. Back side and in. And with that reverse, side back and in. One more. I'm going to send it back. I'm going to go as low as I feel like I can support in my lunge. I can let my hands come here if it feels more supportive, or you can even let the hands come onto the floor. I'll hold 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to let those hands find the mat here. You're going to set up whatever best plank position is for you. I'm going to reach the opposite leg back. I'm going to stay with my fully extended arms, but you're welcome to come down to your forearms. And we're letting that hold. Feel that length shining out of the heels, out of the crown of the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to step that left leg back, forward. Find that lunge again. And slowly pulling on up and in with that leg. Here's our second side. Find that ball of the foot. Letting that hinge with those hips. I'm going straight back with that straight leg. Come on up. Straight back. So we're going to stay out in that length. Skater, in and out. Good. And I'm going to go back side and in. Circle it in. Release that pelvis back. Bring it upright and in. And I'm going to that reverse, side, back. Pull it in. I'm going to send it straight back into that lunge. Find that length. Feel where you can support. If you need to use those hands on the thighs on the floor, we hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those hands come down. Find whatever setup of those hands you can. Walk the other foot back. Here's our plank. Now as you're here, migrate those feet a little closer together. If you can, a little challenge here, switch to your side plank. So find the feet first, and then find that opposite arm. Come back through that center plank. Center it off, and then again find the feet, find the arms. Hold. Find that center plank again. That left ball of the foot has the glider. That right foot's going to step forward, find that lunge. We have one more hold. 2 in our lunge. 3, 4. Gliding on. Up and in. Good. Stepping, facing. Nice and square. Those feet out right underneath the hips. Take a nice inhale, gathering on up. Exhale, dripping that spine on over. Heavy with that torso hanging over. Grab onto those elbows, a little sway in the wind right to left. Shine those sits bones up to the ceiling, opening that hamstring length. Shake out that head. With those shoulders, drop, releasing up to the ears. Release those arms, nice deep inhale. Exhale, scoop those abdominals on up. Oh, coming on up. Just that length. We're going to take a figure 4. You can just hold on to something firm, either a wall or a chair. We're going to let that right leg come across. Drop it open, sit those hips back, and you can use this opposite hand to give a little extra push. All that standing work, we're just going to let that give a little release into the hip. And as I come up to standing, same leg there, I'm going to grab the top of the foot. I'm trying to bring those thighs side by side, but bring that pubic bone forward. Press that thigh back into our quad stretch. Yeah. Don't let it get too far out to the side. They really try to narrow those. Keep going forward. And then we change sides. So figure 4. Cross that opposite thigh. Use that hand. Sit it back. Nice deep inhale. And then grabbing the top of the foot. Narrow those thighs in towards each other. Press that thigh back. Bring that pelvis forward. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, letting that release. Relax those shoulders back and around. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got a great workout today. Keep up the good work.